Hello YouTube and welcome back to my channel, Life with a Sweetie. Okay, I just want to take a moment to thank those of you guys who have either viewed, liked, share, or subscribed to my channel. I very much appreciate it and a thank you. Now let's get right into this video. I want to talk about something that is very important, and it's very important in our society because I think we need more of it. What I'm talking about, self-love. What is self-love? You hear a lot of people talking about it. They want to reach their higher self and they want to love themselves and all of that. But what is it though? What would we tell our kids, our children, and our youth? What would we tell them? How do you love yourselves? Now, I know for us females, we like the glitz, we like the glamour, we love to feel beautiful, we like to get the hair and the nails and the makeup and, a lot of enhancements in order for us to feel, just beautiful and, all of that jazz. But really, I do believe that true self-love does come from within. Now, the time I feel the most beautiful is literally when I wake up in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, ladies, and you can go to the mirror and you can look at yourself and you can say, I love you. Or when you look at yourself, you like the image or you like the person that is looking back at you. That is when you have received the truest, highest self-love. You have to be able to love yourself in the state of no hair, no nails, no makeup. You have to be able to, while these things enhance us, it doesn't make us who we are. The designer purse, all of that stuff, it doesn't make us who we are. What makes us who we are is how we are in our natural state. Now, I know it's easier said than done with how society is. And, so I get that. But we really do have to try to achieve this. Now, I was going through a lot, a couple, like for the past, like, I want to say 10, 15, about 15 years. And I was told a lot of things. I was told, "Ooh, you're never going to make it. You're never going to be anybody. Females or women, they're put on earth just to give birth and have sex. That's the only value females have to a man. You act like you're too perfect. Oh, no one likes anyone who does the right thing all the time or likes the one who tells the truth all the time. Like no one likes that. No one likes you." And I am not going to say that it changed me or I believed it in any way, shape, or form. And I do thank God for the teachings that I have received as a child. The schoolings that I did get, the schools that I went to, I can say they were immaculate in just drilling stuff like that in your head. And thank you, Daddy. Thank you for that one. And I think that if it wasn't for who I was and my upbringing, I believe maybe I would have literally not be here today, because it's one of the worst thing when you have someone that is just devaluing you all the time. And then I can also imagine these kids today and social media. You see all these models and these celebrities and not only them, but you see your peers, you're seeing older women who is looking like they're younger with all the treatments and procedures and and it's very easy to compare, it's very easy to not love yourself when you look in the mirror. It's very easy to, question, like, why don't I look like that? But I'm here to tell you, don't follow any of that. We are all created beautiful in God's image. And yeah, that sounds all good and dandy, but we're living in the real world, and the real world says this, and the real world says that. But you know what? It's whatever you tell yourself, and it's whatever you put your value in. So if you want to put your value in, let's say, a rapper who has millions and millions of dollars, or a singer, or an actress, or, anyone who with a bountiful amount of money, and they're telling you, oh, you gotta be in the Gucci, you gotta be in the Louis, you gotta be in the. It's up to you to then look at them, look at their, the words that comes out of their mouth. Are they adding value to your life? Are they telling you to, save yourself for marriage? Are they telling you to love one another? Are they, what, very important, what message are they telling your kids? So, or, if your kids was to hear them, or in which they do, like, what are they learning from it? Is it anything good? Is it anything positive? Is it anything that is going to help your children in the future? I guess not. So why are you, feeding in, or you're letting these negative, messages in society, contribute to how you really feel about yourself? So it is just important. Like I said, don't compare yourself to nothing. Don't compare yourself to nobody. And that attitude will literally get you through anything. And now there is another thing though. And one thing I don't like, I can actually absolutely say I hate. When you do have that attitude, a lot of people will mistake it, and they will think, oh, she or he act like they're better than me, or they're better than everyone else, and things of that nature. And I'm here to tell you, do not believe that either. And not because you like what you see when you look in the mirror, not in turn, I say mirror. I'm Jamaican, and also I got the New York in me, okay? So yeah, but not because you like what you see when you look back in the mirror, not physically, but who your soul. There's nothing wrong with that. And for another person to see someone and judge them, especially when that person have done nothing to them, and they're thinking, oh, they act like they're better than me, it's usually that person feeling lesser than you. They may think deep down you're more beautiful, or you're more successful, or you may be married and they're not. Whatever the scenario is, they feel lesser than. That would be the only reason why they think that you are better than them. Of course, if you're not devaluing them, you're not, calling them names, or you're not doing anything to hurt this person in any kind of way, but they have for somehow come to that assumption. So don't let that stop you. You will get that, but don't let that stop you. I just think that message needs to be heard, with all, even like the younger kids, the young children, the young females nowadays, like 21, 16, 17, 8. As soon as they turn 18, they want to, start doing plastic surgeries. They want to enhance the butt. They want to do the lips. They want to do all these things, because they're literally, excuse me, they're literally comparing to what they are seeing. And it's not. I listen. I am not opposed to, you know, plastic surgery, or opposed to anything to enhance your beauty. But we just have to make sure in society that we are not saying this is all you are. If you don't have the Prada. If you don't, am I old school? Is Prada still in? Because I like Prada. If you don't have the Prada, or if you don't have the Dior, and you don't have the Alexander McQueen, and you don't have certain fashions, so you're not up to date, and you don't get your nails done. That's another thing too. You don't get your nails done. You don't get your whatever done. That's not who you are. It is just an enhancement of your beauty on the outside. Now, have you guys literally ever seen, like, okay, like when I was younger, and Brooklyn, okay, New York, I'm going to school on like the train and stuff in Brooklyn, and I would second guess myself. You see a pretty girl and you're like, oh my God, she looks so pretty. You're telling yourself that in your head, and then she opens her mouth and it's like, oh, this, that, and they're acting reckless, or they're saying certain type of words, and you're just like, oh my gosh. And then by the time you're doing something else and you take a second look at that person, and you're like, did I just think she was beautiful? Oh, no, 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 no. That she is so ugly. And immediately that person starts just looking unattractive to you. You want to know why? And that is because they're in. Oh, what is going on with me tonight? I should be in bed. My little boys are sleeping, and I literally just snuck out of the bed and just did a little thing, and draw something on it. I was like, let me do a video, okay? Because having like little ones, and my day is so hectic, but we're gonna get this here done. But anyways, let's go back to what we're saying. And yeah, so that is literally because their soul is not beautiful. Like, whenever you love yourself, you express love, you share love. I don't know, man. It's just a different feeling. All this talk about your higher self, that is your higher self. It's nothing. It's not necessarily a maintenance and how well you do this and how much money you spend on yourself. And that is really not it. Is when you take all that away in your deepest, darkest, hardest time of your life, and you could still struggle, you could still wake up and look at yourself and say, you can do this, you're beautiful, whatever you've been through doesn't define you, let no one tell you who you are. That is when you have achieved the higher self, the higher being. That is when you have achieved self-love. Okay? So again, I just wanted to share that with you, and that is my perspective. That is God's perspective, contrary to what society may be pushing or having our younger people believe. It's not true. That is not how it was intended to be. Okay? So yeah, thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.